Hello again, my loves, and welcome back to another reading. Of course, now is the time that one of my kitties decides she's going to have a little bit of kitties. So, if you hear that in the background, know that it's just her having a nice little midnight snack. So, I was called to do this differently tonight. I asked if tonight's reading was going to be something that I got any information about beforehand. And yes, I was. So I sat down and immediately felt called to do another love reading. It's weird, it's strange, but also at the same time, I do believe that love is the greatest thing. It's the glue of the universe, you know. And when I had turned on my music to get into the trance space for this, I still had it on the Suscipe Flos Florem from last week's wonderful love reading. And I couldn't click off of it. So, and I don't mean like, you know, the computer wasn't letting me do that. No, it was just that I knew that I needed to listen to that again. So we're tapping into the same energy here. We're tapping into love here in our 3D realm with other people. Just the most wondrous thing that we do. The most wondrous thing that urges us to do wondrous things. So let's get started. I've already pulled out 3 cards from the Citadel deck just because I was being told that, yes, get some information before we start. And what we have here is, I'm seeing this as being, I've got my eye on you. I see you. Not in a Sauron sort of way. But I see you. I see you through the lens of this wondrous cosmos. You are cosmos to me. You are wonder to me. It is opening up our eye to be on the lookout for that love. Hang on, I just want to confirm if this is simply new love or if this is renewed love. Okay, it can be both. So, if you are in a relationship at the moment already, this can be a renewal of opening up ourselves to our partners again. There has been a time of darkness, of this sleep, you know, of going within, of being solitary. But now our eye is open and we see the wonder that is there again. Or if this is a new relationship, we are seeing the wonder that is there for us now. And our inner light is shining from us. I think it's hard to miss. You are hard to miss now that you are awakened. Okay, I'm not necessarily reading the words on these cards tonight because this is just we're just going with vibes and the things that came to mind, the messages that came through. So with this card, what I see is you are treasure. You are treasure to somebody to have. You hold the key to more treasure and abundance with this person. They can unlock you and you can unlock them. But I'm really seeing this, especially with just the one hand, that you are the treasure. You know, you are the thing. You are wondrous to them. And it's not that I don't think that you will feel the same way about the other person, but this is definitely the person who's coming in, or the person who has a renewed view of you again. They are seeing you plainly now, in the light. You know, this card doesn't have, we're in the light, we're in the daylight. They are seeing you for what you are, and what you are is treasure. You are golden and shiny and full of jewels. You are the wonder of the universe in a person, to the person that you are calling in or renewing with. And here I'm getting this dance. We have this eye opening up. So we have this dance between the two of you in this glorious sort of mirroring of each other, but also who you are. I believe I said this in the last reading as well, in the last love reading last week. Who you are is both still different. There's no melding and dissolving of the self in this relationship. There is celebration and movement with each other. And also what I'm getting is both of you lead. It isn't just one person who leads, because for the next 4 bars of the music that we're dancing to, I'm going to lead. I'm going to show you the moves that I like, and you mirror them, right? And then for the next 4 bars after that, you're the one who's dancing and leading and showing me your moves, and I'm mirroring you. So there's this beautiful balance here. This beautiful dance that's happening. You are both seeing each other in this very deep way. You are both seeing each other's light, inner light, this light that we all have. And you are both adding to each other's light. But there is no taking away of who you are and who they are. It is just simply a celebration of the fact that the both of you move so well together. All right, let's get in to tarot. And again, I'm being called to use the When Women Had Wings deck. I can't remember the artist at the moment. All right. Oh my goodness. So if you have just noticed that there was a cut in the video, it was because I got up and accidentally pressed stop instead of pause on the video. My kitty is opening up the door, even though there are people sleeping upstairs, and I don't want to bother them, although I really don't think I speak loud enough to bother them. Okay. The door is opening. That's what I'm hearing. I didn't listen to her message the first time, so I must listen to it now. The door is opening. The door is opening for this flow between the two of you. Is it just... It's possible for this to be more than 2. Always, yes, okay. So whoever it is that, whoever it is that it is, however many people, again, I'm not somebody who is monogamous, or not monogamous, well, one person only, blah, blah, blah. Whatever your situation is, that is your situation. So if there are multiple people coming in here and you know this, then there are multiple people. If there aren't, then it's not, Okay. But the door is opened. There's enough room for them to move through. The Knight of Swords. Okay, so I am seeing this as one of the people coming in. This can be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? Or very air-like qualities. This is somebody who's intelligent and quick with the way they speak. They're eloquent. They can be a little sharp with their tongue. But I feel like because because we have this this energy already, this isn't somebody who's cold. This is somebody who does want to connect in on an emotional level, not just that. So just take this as air signs could be, particular, being very eloquent, being very quick with their tongue, sharp with it sometimes, that sort of energy. Can you tell us more about this person? I'm hearing under the light of the moon again, because we have this big full moon in the background. So, and we have this sort of moon imagery happening as well. Again, in connection with the last message, and I think this is probably about the same person, or people that are coming in for you. This is what's to happen is still happening at night. There's a nighttime energy to this thing. There is an intuitive sort of, and we're talking about dancing here too. A lot of dancing in the world generally does happen at night because there is a magical quality to nighttime. We all know this. We all feel it, even if we don't believe in, magic and spiritualism or anything like that. Nighttime is when those old bonfires happened, is when people would gather around those fires and drum and make music and dance and laugh and be sort of at the same time, both sort of unaware of or sort of like cut off from the real world, the everyday, day-to-day life, right? The tasks that you have to do, the work that you have to do in your daily life, right? And at the same time, and that's because of the darkness, okay? But at the same time, we are also connected to that darkness and that magic and that wonder, especially if you're doing this outside, looking up at the stars as well, feeling infinitely small and infinitely magical. So there is still this message of things happening at night, which makes sense, especially when a lot of people do work during the day. Things can only happen on the nights and weekends sort of things, if you're lucky enough to not have to work on the weekends. So by the light of the moon, okay, please tell us, do we want that? Yes. Okay. We want both of them? No? Do we just want this card? Yeah. And we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, I mean, certainly what obviously earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? Earthy energy, very practical, very down to earth, very, I want to say, adorned in the earth's treasures. Not that they're like, do you know, how do I explain that in the way that I mean it? Not in a way that is showing off wealth or anything like that, although maybe a little bit, but in the way of enjoying being earthly and part of this earth and adorning with rings and necklaces or other jewelry, things like that, beautiful clothing. That is what I'm getting for this person. And I'm also seeing a very lovely sense of humor as well. This humor here with this person, again, it's sharp, it's can veer on being a little too sharp, but it's with gentleness. It's the understanding of gentleness here. And here we have this person. Yeah. So if you are only, if you are only with one person or only interested in dating one person at a time, this could be you or them. If not, if You know, you are somebody who dates or is partners up with multiple people. This could be, you know, 2 people coming in. Okay, so I asked about the Knight of Swords, but we get the King of Pentacles. Can we know anything about these people, please? Under the light of the moon. We have the moon again. Okay, I think here's the thing. I think I'm not getting any more information about them in particular because you already know. You already know who these are. If this message is for you, you already know who these people are. We are reiterating the magicalness, the intuition, a little bit of fear and trepidation, because perhaps things haven't felt this kind of magical in either a long time, or this is the first time they have felt this magical with these people. So there's a little bit of that fear. She's, you know, she has her arms in close to keep herself, you know, sort of more protected. She doesn't want to open herself up yet, but she's feeling it. If you look in her eyes, you can see that her gaze is very dreamy. She's already feeling it. She's understanding the connection in the light of the moon, right? In the light of the moon, in the light of the moon. So I'm certainly, this is you, the moon, right now. Feeling a little uncertain. And that's, I mean, that's pretty normal in the course of how relationships develop and not quite knowing yet how things are going to go, right? Because this is new. This is something that hasn't fully sort of solidified and been woven together yet. It's still very dreamy. If you look in the background, you can see that the earth around her doesn't, it's all this one color. It almost doesn't look like it is solid. It almost doesn't look like it is tangible, you know? Ace of Wands. Well, hello, passion. There's this other reader I watch sometimes, and every time the Ace of Wands comes up in a love reading, she talks about this being the passion stick, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This is a lot of physical passion. This is, I'm hearing just this sort of like poetic passion, this great ballad of passion that is here, that is coming to happen between the two of you, the more of you. It is magic. It is magic to be held, to be, oh, what do you say? You take the bull by the horns, but in that sort of way, it's just holding on. Not for dear life, because if you see the grip of this is pretty, it's not crazy, but it is the exact right grip for this exchange, this flow of passion to move through, for the magic to come through, right? Because wands are also, well, they're wands, they're witches' wands as well, right? But, you know, we're talking about passion sticks here, so, take that how you will, but I'm definitely seeing there's an incredible amount, because we have this dance that's happening, and you are being seen as treasure. You are being seen as this holy person, this sacred, you know, under the light of the moon. There is so much passion and feeling and drive of wanting to have this dance with you, to be in this dance with you, to see each other, and also that physical passion. I think y'all are going to be having a good time. Just a real good time. What else do we need to know about this spirit? Cosmos. Oop, 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 oop. Oh my god. Okay, and we have the Emperor. Can I say, do I need to say any more about this? It's very interesting too, because it very much seems like you are likely a feminine person. Gender doesn't matter, whatever gender you are, male, female, or non-binary, or nothing, non-gendered, it doesn't matter. There's this feminine quality to you of receptivity, this delicateness, not that you are, weak or anything like that, or weak-willed, but you are sparkling and shining and wonderful. You are calling in a lot of male energy. Again, these people or this person who's coming in for you can be female, male, non-binary, non-gendered, but there's a lot of this. Oh my god. I just heard in my head daddy energy. Good lord, this reading. Shouldn't this reading be for February? Oh my goodness. You're going to be having a good time. You're going to be having a good time. Such a good time. What I'm getting from this is very much a... Good lord. Okay, I gotta keep it clean. How do we poetically talk about this? There is like dominant gentleness, if you understand what I mean, in all of this. Again, like, this hand is not gripping so hard. This hand just knows how to hold this to elicit the best response. Oh my god. Okay, is this a love reading, or is this just a, doing the horizontal shuffle reading? I'm here for it though. This is great. This is great because this bodes really well for you, and I'm very excited for you. Okay, so we have the Emperor here. Yes, a lot of male energy coming in. That gentle dominance sort of thing, in the way of not wanting to control. Control over is never okay. Control over people is never okay. This is let me take care of things so that you can fully be who you are. And in me taking care of things as this male energied person, I get to feel like a king, like an emperor. And I am, oh my goodness, okay, and I am worshiping the goddess who is the patron deity of my kingdom. And I get to watch her bloom and be fully in herself. God, this is beautiful. I get to watch her be fully herself because I'm just going to take care of things. And very bluntly, a big part of this taking care of things is in the bedroom. But I am also seeing a big part of this too. It's very balanced. In the bedroom, you are going to be treated like a goddess, okay? You are the treasure, all right? In other aspects of this relationship, you're not going to have to worry about things. Things are going to get taken care of for you. Always with your sort of consent and input, of course, because you are not this mute creature, right? Like I said, you are not weak in any meaning of the word. You are just somebody who is tapped in. I'm very much getting now, you are likely also like a very creative person. It's like this male energy is your tether to the earth while you are up in the clouds dancing underneath the light of the moon and the stars to do your creative thing, to be your creative self. And this masculine energy that is coming in is going to be your tether to the earth. You are taking care of something that is as equally important as the things that are tangible. You are taking care of beauty and inspiration and hope through your art, through the thing it is that calls to you, right? And here's the wonderful thing too, this calling, this magicalness, it is also a calling and also an art and also beautiful to be somebody who cares for people as well. So this is not that you are above them. Again, there's no power over here. This is just understanding, deep understanding of who I am, or who you are, and who your person who is coming in is. You both understand yourselves very deeply, and you're coming into this understanding what your role is. What is the best way that we can dance together while still expressing both of our deepest, most glorious, cosmic selves. We can still express that, not dampen it. But we can do that together because there is this beautiful balance here. I'm seeing the Two of Coins, the Two of Pentacles. There's this gorgeous balance here between your energies. And I'm seeing the cards now, these, masculine cards, as this hug around the Moon card, the hug around you. There is this, where it's like lifting you up, because this is earthy, fiery, and, airy energy, but this is grounded. And they're here to ensure that you are safe and protected and taken care of, because they know you're going to take care of them too. They know that you are this treasure who is going to provide this beautiful, beautiful vision of the world for them, that inspires them, that makes them happy to live, that makes them hopeful for the future, right? Definitely a lot of very creative, very artsy energy in this. And there, of course, that can be here in this masculine as well, but like in terms of this relationship, there is just this beautiful balance, this beautiful lifting up of art, of you, because of your art. But that means that you can also bring them up into the sky in your, going back to the emperor with, the patron deity of their kingdom. You can bring that emperor up to you too. You can let them touch the stars with you. What a beautiful reading. Okay, I'm going to see if we want any more cards. Yes, we do. Okay. Okay. What else would you like us to know about this beautiful romance? Okay. Actually, I'm going to just do a little shuffle here. Some of the cards, I wish they were, I don't know, a different material, like more plain cards. I understand, why they do it like this, but sometimes it gets hard to shuffle. But you just have to find the right way to do the trick. Okay. What else should we know? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The Four of Wands. A yes, a yes, a yes, a yes. I am immediately seeing this as a confirmation for those of you who are in multi-person relationships. Specifically, I'm seeing that this is 4 people coming together. Likely to be in 2 couples, but like just 4 people coming together. So it could be 2 couples, you know, coming together. But, and we've got this 1111 here, right? This is the strongest foundation. This is the foundation of something so freaking beautiful that you will be able to celebrate for the rest of your life in this amazing home you build for yourself, in this amazing community that you build for yourself through this. This is something that is, again, I'm getting the messages from the last love reading that this love is going to affect all of those around you. It doesn't matter if they're in a relationship or not. It doesn't even matter if they know you have this relationship or not, you know. This is something that is going to make you shine inside and out. Okay, people are going to be asking you, what are you doing with your hair lately? Why is your skin glowing? You know, it's, why do you look like you have stars in your eyes? But it's because you're dancing in the stars together. God, that's beautiful. Okay. Do we want any more cards? Okay. Just one more? No? Well, we'll see. What else would you have us know? So a bunch fell out, and I was like, oh, do I need to put these all back? But no, because guess what was on top? The Lovers. The Lovers. It couldn't get any more clear. This is coming in. This is coming in for you. In, you know, whatever sort of like configuration it's coming in, whether it's one person and one person or multiple people, there is a dance that is going to be had. And you in particular are going to be this treasure for this person or these people. There is such a beautiful, you know, this just reiterating the balance that we have here. Not that, I mean, 4 very masculine cards and 1 is not necessarily balanced, but here's the thing. You are a goddess. There is so much to you. Not that there isn't that much, you know, to the masculine that it is coming in. But there is this balance. Or if this is a multi-person relationship, you are coming in to this and being this balance for the rest of them. Because there's so much of that femininity in there. It's so much of that creative energy in there that if it is, you know, that you are in the multi, even if the rest of them are more masculine in spirit and in energy, oh, there's so much to you. There is so much to you. And it's not that that makes you better or anything like that, but I just think that your light shines so bright. And the person that you want just wants to support you. I mean, like, look at this. We have these 2, you know, women here holding on to each other. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Okay, it's, oh, what a reading. What a reading. Maybe I'll do more love readings. I don't know. This is so like uplifting and beautiful because, again, the most important thing to me, and I know to a lot of people, and I, you know, it is the glue that holds us all together, holds the entire, it's the glue of the cosmos, as I said earlier. But it's just like, love is the greatest thing. And it doesn't always have to be sexual love or anything like that, romantic love, but this certainly is. That's what this is. So if that is not on your, you know, radar right now, maybe it should be. But if not, then maybe, you know, this reading isn't for you right now. But this is just, yeah. Anything else? Okay, one more, please. just one more. More passion sticks. Yeah, I think we're just reiterating here. I think Spirit also just wants to be like, yeah, this is such a good reading. We love it. We don't really have much else to say, but look what's coming in, even more passion stick. My goodness. Oh, more just, I'm getting this poetic, passionate, poetic sort of like chivalry of like fairy tales of like princes coming in. And again, don't have to be, you know, actually gendered male or anything like that, but just this wonderful energy of somebody taking the bull by the horns and going for it and coming in and being like, yeah, I want to be here and support you. You know, and I will say we don't have any water in this. However, the moon is obviously very connected to water. And like I said, because you are so much, because you are so much of this femininity, that water energy, I think that's it. All everybody needs is you. The depth, the ability, that's a good imagery. The depths of the emotions of love that will be shared between you. It comes from you in a way. You elicit that response from the person who's coming in here, and you are just a well of emotion yourself. Again, if you're an artist, that is kind of part of it, right? Because as artists, we feel very deeply about everything, right? And we can't hide from those emotions. Some people do by making their art, certainly. Excuse me, confirmation burp. But the water, the inspiration, the well of inspiration is you. So the depths of, you are watering the earthly energy in this, okay? You're making just this beautiful, beautiful energy together. All under the light of the moon. Okay. We're done here because I feel like the cards are just going to keep on reiterating things until we're just getting the other cards because there's no cards left. Thank you so very much for being here with me for this reading. This is absolutely gorgeous. A really good time. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.